Hey guys, it's Miss Leone here, and today I'm going to do a demo about how to create non-objective art using geometric and organic shapes. And we are going to be inspired by the art that we saw by the artist Henry Matisse, and he was very famous for making collages that incorporated geometric and organic shapes that overlap each other. So there's a few things that you're going to need in order to do this. So I still don't know where my ruler is, so I have these random stuff here, makeup and little packages and little circles to help me out. So I'm going to be using these to make straight edges and round shapes. So have that ready. You need a piece of paper, a pencil, and let's begin. So the first step that we're going to be doing is we're going to be making our frames for our thumbnail sketches. So today is just about coming up with ideas, and then once they're approved, you can make that into your larger design. So I have this Christmas card here. I'm going to be using this to make the frames for my thumbnail sketches. So we're going to be tracing this. Four times. So we're making 4 thumbnail sketches. Remember, you are not copying mine. I'm just giving you ideas and examples of how to go about the process of creating non-objective art that uses only shapes and no recognizable images. Okay, so we're starting with our 4 frames for our thumbnail sketches. So they really shouldn't be any bigger than this. I can actually fit 4 on this paper, which is great, and that's all you guys have to do. And then based on what you've created, I will give you feedback and help you problem solve to finalize your design. Alright, so once you have your thumbnail sketches, you want to start thinking about the shapes. So before we start, there's a few things you want to make sure you're doing. So we want to make sure that the shapes that we use, they're contrasting in size. So all shapes should be a mixture of big and small. They should not all be the same size. The shapes should also be overlapping. They can be drawn on top of each other. And you're going to be using 6 geometric shapes minimum and 6 organic shapes minimum. So you're going to be combining these. Okay, and they can be the same shape. If you want to do 6 different size squares, that's fine, or circles, or you want to do squares and circles only, or triangles and rectangles only. It's up to you as long as they're in different sizes. And use a ruler, straight edge, or found objects around your house. Also, we want to be cropping off the shapes. Some of the shapes should go off the page. Make sure we're looking at the negative space created by the empty space, and contrast and value. Once we're done designing them, then we're going to be working on adding values, and your values should be contrasting. Make sure we're putting light over light and dark over dark. So let's begin. So I'm going to start here. I have this makeup package here. So I'm going to be measuring. I'm going to make a rectangle at the bottom of my page. And again, you're not copying mine exactly. You're just trying to come up with your own ideas, but this will help you. And maybe I'm going to make one here. I'm just going to use this as a straight edge. Maybe this one I'm going to make a little thinner. So this is now my ruler here. So now I have 2. Then let me add, I'm going to use this. I'm going to make a circle, but I'm going to have it cropped off. Okay. Then I'm going to go in. I have this other little circular thing here. Maybe I'm going to put this little one floating here. So once I have my 6 shapes, then I'm going to go in and start adding my organic. This is 6 geometric. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Maybe I want to add a smaller circle. So I have this slipstick here. Maybe I want to put it in here. So again, just use objects that you find around the house. Alrighty. Then I'm going to break down. I actually want to break down some of these. So I'm going to go back to this card that I have here. And I'm going to start breaking this down into little squares. But again, you are not copying mine exactly. I'm just showing you how to get started and how to start to come up with designs. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have a whole bunch there. So that's enough for my geometric shapes. Now I'm going to start adding some organic shapes. So maybe here I'm going to split this circle up in half using an organic line. Then I'm going to have some organic shapes coming down. So this is very Henry Matisse style, inspired by his use of shape. Maybe I'll put a shorter one next to it. Alright, so that's 3 right now. Then maybe I'm going to go ahead and start putting some organic blob type of shapes here. They don't all have to be the same. Alright. Maybe I'll put another blobby-like one. And then finally, alright, so there we go. I'm just going to get looking through, filling in what else I can. Maybe I'll put some sharp organic type of shapes. Okay, so you can mix it up however you feel you want to. There is no wrong here. Okay, there really is no wrong here. And then maybe here I'm just gonna kind of want to split this circle like this. And then maybe I'm just gonna add a line here. Now I'm looking at the negative space that's created, just trying to break it up. Alright, so there's one example. I'm gonna move on. So again, I'm just here to help you for ideas and inspiration, but you are not copying mine. So, and then also what's great about this is if I turn it this way, this could go this way, or it can go this way. So that's the great thing with non-objective art, is it really doesn't have to go in a specific direction. So here I'm going to use this, and I'm going to make a triangle here, and I'm going to make another triangle to balance it opposite. So this one's going to be, I'm going to use a lot of triangles in this one. Okay, and then maybe here I'll split it again. So this is a good example of using the same shape but switching it up. So now I have 4 shapes, geometric. And then maybe I'm gonna split it up this way. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right now. So there we go, I have 6. So now I have to start combining organic shapes in here somehow. So let's see what we can do here. So maybe I want to do maybe I want to add a shape like that in there. Maybe I want to mimic it over here so it balances. So this has a good sense of balance here. Okay, and then maybe in some of these I'm going to add smaller seaweed type shapes. Okay, maybe I'll do it opposite, just trying to keep the little shape scheme I have happening here. Alright, so but you can see things are on top of each other, they're contrasting in size. Maybe in here I want to add some small little triangles floating around randomly. And maybe I'll throw them in here too. There's really no wrong way here. And let's see, maybe here I want to break this triangle into 2 smaller organic type shapes. Alright, so there's another example. Alright, let's continue here. So I'm going to create something. Let me use some more rectangles here. Okay, maybe I'm going to throw a little, kind of like this triangle happening here. And break the triangle up, break it up again, break it up again. Okay, and then maybe here I want to to make some kind of rectangle, skinny rectangle stripes happening in here. So again, I'm not using a ruler. I'm just using items that I found around the house to help me make my straight edges. Okay, let's see. So I have a lot of geometric shapes happening here. Let's start getting some organic shapes in our life. So use some coral type of shapes like Henry Matisse did. Maybe I'll make one coming this way. Maybe I'll make one coming down. Maybe this will be skinnier. Maybe he has a little friend over here. Alright. And I feel like I need a little something coming out this way. So I am looking at the negative space. So if you see anything that looks a little too empty, you definitely want to start adding shapes in there. And then maybe here, I actually want to break this rectangle into triangles. Okay, and there really is no wrong here, like I said. And now looking at this, maybe I do want to add, so I only have 4 organic shapes in here, so let me add a few more. I'll add some little blobs overlapping my triangles. Alrighty, and then maybe I even want to go ahead and split this into little subsections as well. There really is no wrong. And now I see this empty space looks a little too blank, so let's see what can we add in there. Maybe I'll do like an upside down small coral type of form, shape. I'm going to add another one of these pointy ones to balance it. Alright, so there we go. And now finally, I'm going to do one that has a lot of circles involved. So let's go for it. So I'm just going to go for it here. Maybe I'm just going to have this actual whole circle. And then maybe I want to have one coming off the page as well. Okay, and then maybe one more. I'll do it this way. So the idea is you want things to be going off of the page. Alright, maybe I want to have a circle overlapping a circle. So when you start adding value, it can become interesting with your shading. Be careful things don't slide around on you. Alrighty, maybe I want to go over here, add a smaller one. Almost like this is having a very snowman vibe. Okay, then I can go in and so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me add a little edge here. Maybe I'll go ahead and put a little triangle action here, here, maybe here, just to kind of have interesting negative space. So here I'm actually going to kind of connect the edges of these circles almost. I tried, maybe put a little one here. So as long as there's 6 minimum, you definitely can put more. Alright, so I have that. And then I'm going to go in and add some organic shapes. So let's see, which organic shapes should we put? Maybe I want to go ahead and play around with, now I broke up that negative space just by connecting a shape from one edge to touch the other shape. Maybe I want to do something like that on the other side. Okay. Maybe I want to have another. You can see here how it's like almost touching. That made a nice little interaction there. And maybe I'm gonna go ahead just to break this up a little bit. Maybe put like make it like a fat shape. Alright, so how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 more. Let's see, where else can I throw something? Let's see, I'm gonna be adding here. Okay, almost looks like tentacles happening. Maybe I want to go in and add a little small one here. Maybe one splitting up this triangle in half. Alright, so there really is, like I said, no wrong answer here. The more you do, the more you will come up with new ideas. Maybe I'll split that up, and maybe I'll just add a little curved line here just to kind of break up that bigger circle, so when we start adding our values, we will know where they're going to go. Alright guys, so that was the demo on how to create a design, non-objective art, meaning art for art's sake, no recognizable imagery, using geometric and organic shapes, and you can see that they're contrasting in size. Some are big, some are small. They're overlapping, meaning that they're on top of each other. And the negative space is interesting. I was paying attention to that. Then I was combining straight and curved organic shapes as well, using various geometric shapes. You don't have to use all of them in one. You can mix it up. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this demo, and I'll be following up with a demo on how to add value to this. So I'll see you soon. Bye.